All right. What is up, everyone? We are live going over Master Edition number 3 today for Knights of Sidonia. This covers chapters 20, I believe 24 to 35. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, I did my part. How you guys doing?
I'm good.
Doing good.
Good.
Oh, we're going to start the episode off by taking a brief moment of silence to commemorate Kentaro Miura's life and legacy, as he passed earlier this week. So let's take a little 5-second moment of silence. You can say your prayers, do whatever. All right. I'm going to miss him. Mainly,
Me too.
like, it is really a shame, but because he was young and also leaves behind probably the greatest unfinished story ever in manga.
Yeah, he's been at it for like 30 years, so it would be logical something
Who
like this.
are you
would
talking
happen.
about?
Kentaro Miura.
Obviously, you moron.
Dude, he's uneducated in the manga world. You gotta give him a break.
Really
Who-
uneducated.
I don't know who died. I heard the guy who. Are you talking about the guy who wrote Berserk? I heard he died.
Yes.
Yeah, he
that's
died.
Kentaro Miura.
All right,
He
yeah.
just- It's pretty crazy.
Oh,
I don't know. Do you guys think the story's gonna go
But-
on? Like someone's gonna continue it for him, or we'll
maybe
just call
just one or
I
two
do.
chapters and that's it. I guess.
I think
from
that
what he has
because
read.
he has been training his people far too long for it to just stop.
Well, in a
So-
tweet, some A artist said, "I'll be doing my best, but who knows?"
Exactly. I think they're going to try and complete it, but it depends on how people will react.
Yeah,
I think the only way people would react well is if whoever is drawing and writing it got a hold of Miura's notes on how he wanted the story to basically play out afterwards, and they just did exactly what he wanted. Like, yeah, the artwork might not be,
up to his level.
dude. Yeah, like honestly, if they did that, even if the artwork was like half as good as Kentaro Miura usually does it, I wouldn't even care. Like, I would appreciate that they told the story he wanted to and enjoy every second of it.
Yeah, maybe he was a bit too much of a perfect. I mean, maybe he wanted to be too perfect about it, so a lot of the art can be a bit different, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, at least we got Casca back. I
Yeah,
honestly
that
don't
would be
think this.
great.
Yeah, I don't think the story ended, or I don't think he left it off at like a terrible place. Like if
No.
no more Berserk was ever written, I would still be satisfied. Like, spoilers, we get Casca
Well-
back.
We actually have up to 3 mangas that he's already drawn pre-death. So we're at least going to get those.
Yeah, did you know he did this is I'm pretty sure it's the guy who did Sanctuary, the guy who wrote it. I forget his name off the top of my head. And he's done some other like good manga series in the 80s and 90s.
Sanctuary.
Yeah, he
Pinocchio.
did. Yeah. He actually got together with Kentaro Miura in the 90s, and they did 2 different 1-volume series. One is called Japan, and the other is something that has to do with From the Wolves or Wolves. I actually got them on Amazon. Not exactly easy to find, but
Yeah, he did a school for him,
She's back.
and oh no, that was for the boxer and manga, I thought, or somebody else.
I have not read Gigantamax or Giganto, whatever he just wrote, like the other one he wrote in recent years.
Okay.
But anyway, anyone else want to say any final words before we get on to Knights of Sidonia?
Nothing new.
I'm good.
I guess. You
I
don't
think
know.
that was good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it totally sucks for everybody. Well, sweet. So to the story. Okay, I start with Josh as usual because he's the noob. How's it going for you, man?
Good. Um, I don't know. Hold on. Let me refresh. I have to go back through it to make sure I know where we are. I forgot to reset my thing. So
What are you talking about? So we started right in the middle of the asteroid battle, which
that's right.
dude, that's
Right.
honestly, I don't remember 100% every other battle that takes place after this, but by far that's my favorite action battle or like action scene so far.
I had a bunch of comments on it. It all came back to me. So it was like remember how last time we were talking and I said it was like a kind of Star Warsy? Like
Yeah.
they pretty much did exactly that. They like went through the trenches or the crevices and then
I was totally thinking about that. Yeah.
Blew up the one thing in the middle. Yeah, I don't know. That was my comment.
Yeah,
on
that was really Star Wars. Yeah.
I like the suspense in it. Like when they start going in the trenches and then those things just appear and they start chasing them and they're faster than them. And like,
Just
dude,
the lighter.
the Knights got totally destroyed. Like I think they went out with 96 or so and they came back with less than 20, something like that.
I think they said less than 10.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Or 10 of them exactly.
We didn't have any like two major characters die.
No,
I don't think any of the major characters die. Huh. But yeah, they got wrecked.
Yeah, and after that battle, the one guy still wanted to photosynthesize with the one girl. Samari was her name or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want to photosynthesize with Samari?
I mean, yeah, true.
Dude, what's crazy about this whole photosynthesis thing, like, they give no details, really. Especially in, like, when do the men photosynthesize? There is no scenes of, like, men talking about photosynthesizing or men getting naked. It's all just the women, which, you know,
I think that
it's not like I need to see men, but...
The anime knows its target audience, probably, or the manga.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no one want to see the girls, really.
But it's not like photosynthesis means, like, sex is never brought up. So I feel like it's kind of a hint, we'll be naked together. It could happen, but they never even talk about sex at all, really.
Yeah.
Because it's not like people are birthed normally either. So I don't even know if people have sex. I'm sure they do. I mean, it's just human nature. If someone has a dick and the other person has a vagina and then you're in a room together, eventually it's something will happen with those two things.
It's never been really in any Nihei work so far, so I'm not surprised it's not in this either.
Yeah. But we'll just take it for what it is. Photosynthesizing with someone is like, it happens. Or something happens. Dude, yeah. And then afterwards, everyone's more after Nagate. Honestly, Kate, some of the newer like moments Nagate shares with some of the women are a little bit annoying, I guess, especially because he just like ruins every opportunity. Like
do dance for everything.
Like after that battle, Samari was like, she was a little shaken up, and she's going to Nagate for like some words to share, and she feeds him, and then she's starting to say like, I kind of feel like photosynthesizing, and looks over.
And he
Nagate's like passed out. Yeah.
Too dense of a moron, obviously.
But dude, that battle was freaking sick. Like I was looking forward to getting to it, the asteroid, like finishing the asteroid battle. It's just, I don't know. I think it's really cool. Bunch of different Ghana tactics. And then the Hawk Moth shows up and totally just like wrecks house. Dude, there's one point where, oh yeah, they find the Ghana are chasing them in like the new configuration where they're like super quick and they kind of look like eels with like diamond heads, but they have like the placenta pilots in them because they shoot one and they see a placenta pilot.
Yeah.
So the Ghana are like, they're like, wow, we like these humans. We know they're smart. We're going to like replicate them and have them just do our bidding like that. They're basically taking the advantages of humans and incorporating them into their soldiers. And it's pretty freaking cool, man. But it's not like they have any ties to the humans. They don't give a crap. They're going to kill them. The new weapons look pretty sick, dude. Every time they shoot that, it's like the GCPDS, Ghana core piercing something round, where it's just like heavy matter, and then with the artificial copy in the center. Every time they shoot one of those things with it and they pierce the core, I think it looks so sick. Especially all the times it happened in this battle. Good shit.
You're talking about how like it pierces through them and creates that cool, like dope shape as it goes through.
Yeah, like the impact going in and then coming out, and then the dissolving bubbles afterwards. But I guess mainly the shot where it's like it shows it going through and the impact on either side. It's just like poof,
too fast.
And the next scene, dissipation. Super sick. And yeah, Nagate is turning into quite a beast. There was like everyone's scared of these Ghana while they're getting chased in the trenches, and then
he just goes right.
Yeah, one of the people in the command center, one of them makes a remark about how they're using placenta human pilots, and then the guard pilots are freaking out like, oh man, how are we going to overcome this? They're like doing this. And Nagate is just like, I'll fucking show you. He doesn't say that, but he just like, he like hits the brakes to like come up behind them. And then now he's chasing after them, takes them out. The Hawk Moth shows up. He kind of goes one-on-one with her in a pretty good battle. I did kind of not like the ending. They just like destroy the propulsion center. I know the Hawk Moth wasn't around anymore, and that's how she killed like half of their fleet that was sent out in the beginning, like the group that went around to the propulsion center. She just obliterated them, and then we find out it's because she did this. It was like some kind of electric field. You guys remember that she uses in the trenches, and that's how she must have wiped out half the people. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like it jumped across the trench, right?
Yeah,
like the lightning looking thing.
Yeah, something with Higgs particles to have that effect, and it was just that must be how she tore up half the ones that were sent out originally. Because they take out the propulsion core pretty easily once they make it to the core. You know, they just shoot it through a couple times, which could have been easily explained, because usually there's like a central core if all the cores get together, and if you take it out, like they all dissolve. But I personally found it a little anticlimactic. Still enjoyed the whole battle, and I mean, a shitload of them did die, so I guess But and then yeah, we get some more trippy stuff with the Ochai controlled Kunito and the research he's doing. And yeah, so he made a new hybrid to basically use as a resource for the artificial copy. And there's one scene where what's Azana's grandma, Yuri Shinatos is walking in and Ochai. I'm just going to refer to Kunito as Kunito, and we can all realize that Ochai is controlling him because like it's just too wordy. Kunito, in his mind, he's like, man, I kind of don't want to use the nematode on this woman. Like, she's smart as hell. I could like use her. If I bring her over to my side and like convince her what I'm doing, like she could be a good tool for Sidonia. And he's like controlling one of the hybrids that he just like, he's like, oh, we removed the core, so like I won't be able to control this thing or use it for much longer. But I'm going to make another hybrid. And then that another hybrid he talks about becomes Tsumugi. Yeah. Tsumugi's introduction happened.
Yeah, she gets impregnated with human sperm for some reason. Why that works, I don't know. But
well, so what he actually says is they took an egg cell from the placenta and they used
that.
Yeah. So it was all artificial insemination, and then they put the egg back into the placenta. So no placenta got banged, unfortunately or fortunately, however you want to play that. But like, I'm sure there would have been at least one taker. Like, I would totally get down with that placenta Hoshichiro in a second.
Yeah, with all the tentacle shit, no, obviously.
Or I talked a long time, so. Cake. I remember last episode you were like, yo, Next episode. I got so many things.
Because I personally think that this is one of the best episodes because just of how they handle everything, the whole psychological thing of the Crimson Hawkmoth is just such a fear to them that they're not really paying attention to the Ghana around them at the time until someone locks her down, and then there is only that squad's worrying about it, and it's just a trade-off of do you worry about her or do you worry about the Ghana around you? And so that's something that I thought was very interesting.
Yeah, especially when gravity is involved. Like that's tough. I mean, their guards are getting better, but when the fight takes place on like a giant asteroid like that, and they got to deal with the gravity, really makes it a lot tougher. You got frickin' placenta tentacle things flying out left and right. They're shooting Higgs particle beams. The gravity's taking effect on them. Like,
so just
pretty
setting
crazy
up
scenario.
that Higgs particle trap, that was an interesting choice.
For the Ghana?
Mhm.
Yeah. And then the Hawkmoth doesn't die. It looks like, okay, that was super freaking cool. Nagate he's about to load the bullet that I think Ren gave him. One of the Honikas gave him.
But
Yep,
one of
Ren.
the arms is torn off, and then he just shoots his other arm at it, and boom.
Yeah.
706, that's Ren.
Okay, yeah, Ren. That was pretty sick. It looks like it kind of grazed the core because we have slight dissolution, but it didn't fully vaporize.
Yeah.
So it must have just scraped the core and that tore off, it messed with its systems.
And then
Because-
it regained a bit of its memory back.
But
Yeah.
Just
died a
before
little,
its
right?
death.
Say again, Josh?
It died a little, right?
Yeah.
So
well,
they said
it's
that
like
it relives the death every time it has to
Regenerate.
rebuild itself.
Yeah.
What does it mean by that?
I don't know, dude.
it's just a bit of a personality grows back, I guess. Just the human side is still inside there, kind of.
Because the eyes changed when it first died, and then the eyes the eyes looked normal when it was first dying, and then it changed back to all alien like.
Yeah, it took
That's
control
true.
over, I guess.
So
It
many
could have
questions.
Yeah, there are a lot of questions. I've never looked at the series as far as tactics of the Ghana until we started talking about it, especially you, Cake. You've got me thinking more and more of getting into the Ghana's mind with their tactics and what their goals are and how they're using the humans and shit, which I haven't really thought about in previous read-throughs. I kind of just saw them as the enemy, but this read-through I have been focusing more on that, and it is very interesting. Just to think about and the moves they make and the tactics they do. It's pretty fucking wild. It actually makes me like the Ghana a lot more.
Kind.
They're not totally brain dead like zombies.
Yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
them are hot zombies, though, so we get that.
Oh, man.
What happened after that?
Dude, so right after that, we have a little bit of slice of life things with Samari was shaken
All
up
the
after the
girls.
battle, and
Oh yeah, that.
yeah, and Nagate's guard was totally. I'm gonna move this.
Fucked.
Yeah, Nagate's guard got fucked. So, and they were making a new prototype that they were gonna have Samari go out in. It was the Series 19 prototype, but Samari couldn't go fight again, so they put Nagate in it, and I believe that is when Tsumugi shows up.
Yeah, right. 2 chapters later or something like that. Yeah.
I feel like we
Right
skipped a whole thing. What about this whole Ochi guy's brain getting the auxiliary brain?
Oh, later on, yeah, they try to.
Is that later?
Again.
Hold on, I'm lost.
Oh, we missed. Okay, so right after that battle, there's a funny part where Nagate.
Gets almost choked by the
Oh, by Sasaki? Yeah.
yeah.
But also, what's her name? N wakes up, who's been in a coma since that time where Hoshijiro died, where they missed the timing on the explosives on that Ghana. One of the Hanakas was in a coma because of that till now, and she wakes up, and Nagate is going to go surprise her with rice balls, and lo and behold, she's photosynthesizing with Ren,
Wow.
catches them naked again.
Changing.
Yeah.
Okay,
that-
the good door gets smacked in just to obliterate his skull almost.
Yeah, dude. He walks in and they see each other, and then he just like quietly closes the door. And then the next thing is the door just being bursted out, and he gets like the full blunt of it. It's fucked
They
up.
really dramatized that.
Dude, they dramatize every time Nagate gets like damaged. Like it's hilarious. And then they talk about how like, oh yeah, the Hanakas are just immature.
Because they're 5 years old technically.
Yeah, and then we have Nagate comes across Kunito, and he was with the scientist. He's asking about the placenta Hoshijiro, and they were like, "Don't worry about it anymore," because obviously they were using it for the hybrid shit. And
and his friend's all brain dead, and he's trying to talk to her.
Yeah. Oh, that's when Sasaki. So Sasaki goes and talks to Kunito too. That's when he's like, "You'll birth a new hybrid." Yeah. So one for that synthetic copy, like we said, and now a new one to be just like a straight up weapon. There's a pretty badass 2-page, like, 2-page spread of the baby. It's not really a baby. It's fucking giant. But you see the umbilical cord coming out from beneath. Yeah, placenta Hoshijiro, which is huge. And then at the end of the umbilical cord is like this giant monster Ghana human looking thing. It's pretty sick. I'm looking at it now. Very beautiful.
I have one thing to say. I love the beginning of chapter 28. It's just the captain basically standing outside of Tanikaze's room.
Is that one of those like scenes from Sidonia or whatever?
100 Sides of Sidonia, part 22.
Yeah. And then, dude, something interesting happens where, so right after that, I guess Azana and Nagate had a date to go to this shrine, which he kind of blew off because he had to take care of something. Oh yeah, he had to go talk to Sasaki.
He jetpacked back to her.
Yeah, he jetpacks back to her, but what they never talk about where they visit, and the panel is at the top. There's this shrine looking thing with a Toa Heavy Industries symbol coming down before they like enter the little shrine, and they're praying. And I don't know, I found this very interesting because they don't talk about it at all. Like, what the hell is this? What are they respecting?
Probably just religion, I guess, and that's it.
What's up with the Toha thing, though?
Well, everything is from Toa. Like, every series is like Toa, so it makes kind of sense. It's also in here.
Yeah, and then right after that, that's when Dr. Shinato goes to Kunito. Kunito's like playing around with placenta of the dead hybrid he just made because he already took the core out to use, which looks pretty creepy. He looks like a half devil placenta Kunito.
Yeah, just a monster because he changed into a monster, so it makes sense for the appearance.
And then that's when oh shit, yeah, we didn't even talk about this last episode, but a large percent of Sidonia wants to go colonize the Lem star system without any weapons because they think if they don't have weapons or the copy, the Ghana will leave them alone. Because
they won't.
Yeah, because the colonist ship that headed the Lem star system, they dropped off some people there and some supplies, and the ship's on the way back to Sidonia to resupply and get more people. And that's when they see it's like a Ghana ship. So the Ghana, at some point in time, probably after they dropped some people off, they took over, the ship that the colonist ship, because it's just a giant Ghana colonist ship coming back. They see like half Ghana or like placenta, like people as the pilots, which look pretty trippy. So obviously they all got fucked. Unfortunately, they're lost. What idiots!
Oh well.
Yeah, and that's when Kunito or Nagate goes out in the new prototype. Oh yeah, and the Ghana ain't like they have this new strategy where they have this thing only has like one core, but the entire makeup of the ship is like a level of placenta and then a level of like pseudo core shell that so
Yeah, just
like one
protected.
GPTS round
Like
can
an
only go
onion.
through one layer at a time. Yeah, like an onion.
Like an ogre.
Yeah, like an ogre.
Okay. Onions have laid.
But the new guard looks pretty damn sick. I'm looking at it where his dorsal fin basically gets messed up and he reconfigures it to just like a jetpack type thing and using the boosters on that, which is still better than the old 18s, and it looks badass. Like I've never collected like Gundam type toys or models, but I would totally own a model of
Yeah.
some of these guard versions. Pretty cool.
Yeah, just like a huge block, obviously, like an GBE or any other type weapon he ever produced. So
Yeah, his dude Nihei's weapons are freaking. I mean, Nihei is the master of sci-fi. I don't know any other mangaka that does sci-fi better than Nihei. And
not
like, and
many, no, and not this deep into it.
yeah. Oh yeah. How you like the artwork now, Mars? It's a lot better than it was in the beginning, right?
Eh, kinda still less detailed than like Blame, Mega, Abra, and the list goes on. Kind,
Yeah, it's
but still,
compensated
there's fun
by making
comedy.
more sense.
But still, there's fun comedy and girls, obviously, and some of the battles are fun. So hey,
Yeah. And then this is when Sumugi shows up because they're having a hard time taking down this Ghana ship that took over the colonist ones. And dude, she just wrecks shop, man. Like she looks beautiful in this pink. I love how he made her pink. I don't know
And
if
she
you
has like a
guys,
lot of emotions.
because he's a girl.
yeah. And dude, she just wrecks. She burst a hole through the entire thing.
Like it's
Like,
not.
yeah, like she uses that one Higgs particle shot, which blows a massive freaking hole in it, and then Kunito's like, "All right, I guess we have to get serious," and then Sumugi just like spirals through it like freaking Goku's Dragon Fist when he goes through Piccolo. Like it's sick.
Hmm.
I personally think that this is best girl.
Sumugi, yeah, we don't really. I mean, we get to see a little
I
bit of her.
mean,
We'll see a lot of her in the
Doesn't
future.
really look human at all.
Nah, she doesn't.
Later
Nope.
on, she does.
later on, way later.
I mean, she's like humanoid in her Ghana form, but it's massive. It's the size of a guard. So obviously it's
Not completely human, obviously.
yeah.
And he left.
And then Sumugi, yeah, takes that thing out. They come back. Obviously, Kunito has to like explain to everybody what this hybrid is and if it's safe or not. And obviously the older generations, like
Don't trust it at all.
my grandfather told me the story of how 99% of our population, was annihilated
In
because of
100 year war.
yeah. What am I supposed
But
to
then,
feel about this?
yeah, but then she gets excited when she sees
Nagate?
or Nakate
Oh, yo,
flapping her tail like she sees some kind of hot dog or cat or something like that.
yeah. Let's get one more female entity to have
Yeah,
feelings for
like
Nagate.
everything wants him, even my giant feeble monster.
Okay, do you guys remember the scene where so Nagate and Azana first go down to see Sumugi? So this is after the scene where they like introduce her to the crew.
Ah,
And
yeah.
yeah, and they
Yeah,
enter
she wants to touch him, and then just goes all out on his whole body, including his private.
yeah,
That
and then
was
Izana too. She just like tentacle violates them to see
oh yeah,
inspect them and shit.
I want that too, man. I want that too.
But there's before she like rises out of whatever that liquid placenta type stuff is, there's like this tentacle thing wrapping around, and at the end of it, it's like it turns into more of a bulbous type or like a circular form, and in the middle of it's like it looks like a straight vagina. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that thing.
I
Yeah,
wish I could like
right.
show the picture. It like I could not draw a vagina any better than what this looks like. And then it like is like that the tail or something, because it immediately goes away and then she pops her head
Or-
up.
Yeah.
I think it's just
Or maybe
Nihei.
it's just our minds that make it like that because we just prefer it.
Dude, I think Nihei just wanted to sneak a vagina in there and like
Maybe.
legally do it
Just
because
maybe.
it's a part of an alien tail or something. But I mean, it's got like 2 labia. There's an inside.
Mm.
They're like lippy looking. I need to
Yeah.
stop talking, dude. I probably need to have
I
sex.
mean,
It's been a
yeah.
while.
There is
I mean,
one thing
he
that you
had-
need to. There is one thing you need to keep in mind.
Oh,
Sasaki
Josh
is.
left.
Uh,
How long has Josh been gone? I wasn't paying attention.
I'm
the
back. I
fucking
dropped
screen.
out. I don't know why.
Did you hear my spiel about vaginas?
Nah, but you don't got to repeat it.
Yeah, I probably won't. It's too late now.
my favorite thing is Sasaki is rightfully feared.
Oh, dude, I love Sasaki. She's one of my favorites. She's cool.
Yeah.
I like her get up and her form, her figure. Plus, she's one of the only adult peep girls, I guess.
Plus,
the one who makes the
when
car.
she overhears what's his
Tsurugi.
name talking about her, just the face he makes of oh god.
Yeah,
Oh fuck!
that old mechanic
hot.
dude just like walks away, not even around for like the
Not
beating.
walk away. He ran.
He went away because he gets fucked.
And then after that, you know, it's Kunato Ochai is like playing it pretty cool. Like he's in a good spot. He's got his hybrid now, which I don't think the whole brain control system, his spiel to people, that doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure. Because we never see Tsumugi controlled ever. And like there's even a part in the last battle where you know, Tsumugi goes out and oh yeah, the Ghana are in like this like clasp array configuration. And then once Tsumugi gets close, it like encompasses her and they like form like this placenta shell and they're all inside of it. And then she's got the artificial Kabi nails, which look like claws on the end of her hands.
And just slices everything she sees.
Yeah, must have just gone to town on all of them. I really wish they showed more because they kind of just mentioned the claws, and then we see her surrounded. Yeah, we see
what
her.
happens in there either. She just says that they did unspeakable things.
Yeah, we didn't see it, but I can.
What does
I
that,
wish we
like,
got
what does
more.
that even mean?
I mean, she's a young girl that is only like 5 days old or however old. You know, who knows what her version of unspeakable things are. Hurting her is unspeakable, probably.
Yeah.
Because her body's torn up after the battle. We see her come out.
You can see her skull or whatever, like bone underneath the face.
Yeah. I'll be paying really close attention to the biology of these hybrids throughout the series because I'm pretty sure they're not defeated like regular Ghana are. I remember one note where it's like the hybrids, they have a core, but it doesn't have a shell around it. And we see her get like messed up. It seems like they're more robust and they don't exactly have a 1-kill shot method where it's like pierce the core and it dies. But I know it's explained later on. I'll pay more attention because I really want to get down the biology of these hybrids. Pretty cool.
And then
but no, she gets
or Ghana or something like that, like the huge Ghana ship, what they want to destroy later on, and just fires this huge hits particle. Tries to hit Sidonia, but gets reflected by their new companion.
Yeah, that was pretty badass. Yeah, because the lesser cluster ship, Ocarina, shows up. And yeah, that was pretty wild. She even all messed up. She like makes those like shield wing things that can deflect it, and then she gets really messed up after that. We don't really see her.
Yeah, like
She's like
90% of her
healing.
body mass is gone.
That thing looks wicked too when it made the giant hole in itself, when it put all the
Mhm.
cores together to get the power for that Higgs particle beam.
Mhm.
It looks like it has like teeth on the outside of it and like layers.
Like a
And
Death Star.
yeah, it does, dude. You know what? I'm sure Nihei took some Star Wars stuff from here.
Probably
Or was
is.
influenced a little bit. And then Nagate gets through before the mouth closes and takes it out, which was pretty cool. I think it could have happened. You know, the mechanics of the way or the science behind how you defeat these things. It makes sense how he is defeating them, albeit it's a little. He's pretty lucky in the situations he gets in. But it makes sense how he's overcoming these challenges, like how they destroyed the lesser cluster ship like that. Maybe I do just wish a little bit more important people died. I know they do later
It's
on,
a
but
bit more interesting.
They kill the whole council of old people, don't they?
yes,
Yeah,
dude. The
later on,
end.
yeah.
What a great ending to this Master Edition. Earlier, a few episodes ago, we were talking about Ochai. I was like, he does some pretty cool stuff later on. Ochai's clone.
Yeah.
Like, cause he has those like balls in his hand and he just murders the shit out of them in seconds. It's beautiful. I love this part.
Yeah, some
Do you have,
kind
like,
of, like,
superpowers or
like
something?
biomech or something. The same kind of projectiles, just firing in fast at fast speed.
Yeah, they're like he's got them around his hand, and it looks like electricity around it. It probably has something to do with like magnetism and what those spheres are made out of. And who
Mhm.
knows? His arm could be mechanic for all we know. And
Yeah,
then
just right in
boom,
the middle. They want to take over the whole of Sidonia.
the headshots are great. And then that scene where he kills that guy that was about to take over, and his like his head is like half gone. He's got a dozen holes through his body. It's like just being annihilated. It looks
It's
beautiful.
only his jaw, like, that's still there.
Yeah, that was a beautiful panel.
Yeah.
And then Captain Kobayashi comes in and she's just like, good job. Like I am the only ruler now. I just murdered the immortal council.
Community.
Oh, did you guys see in one of the end chapter pages or beginning, it shows Hayama as a woman. The bear. It shows the bear as a woman. Did you see that?
Oh, was that her?
As a woman?
As a woman, yeah. It's on, I don't know if it's specific to these master editions. But like one of the extra art panels at the end or beginning of a chapter, it shows her. Cake, you know what I'm talking about? I don't want to go find it again.
I'm looking for it.
I think it's at the end around chapter 30.
Chapter 30?
Oh, if it's near chapter 30, no.
Hold on. I took a picture on my phone when I was reading it last night because I was like, oh my God. I totally missed this last read through.
And also next to picture with
30 years.
what's her name? With like Sanakan type GBE.
Yeah. Yeah. I do notice that. He's got a lot of throwbacks. Okay, so it's the page before chapter 30 starts. And it's this lady, and it says Lala Hayama on her arm. And she's just a little cutie pie. It was Hayama before she got her bear suit.
Yay. From
What do you mean bear suit?
It's the bear.
I thought he was a bear.
No, it's
a person wearing a bear suit?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I can see that
it is
now.
a bear.
Yeah.
If you read Biomech,
you see it?
you would know.
Yeah, I can see Lala.
I mean, these are the pages where he puts his fan art, not fan art. He puts his like weird drawings, like
conceptual art.
Conceptual art, yeah. Like Mars, you were saying, it's like Azana, but she's Sonicon with the graviton beam emitter arm. It's on one of those pages. So it could have just been conceptual, but still pretty neat.
It's image 30 of 30 of chapter 29.
Yeah. That was cool to see.
See,
I kind of forget the specifics of her bear suit explanation. It does happen. It'll happen later. And it's very brief. We'll talk about it then. I'm sure.
We also have a chapter that Nihei in 2011 goes to Vienna. Or Italy goes to. For a whole panel or something and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like 30.
And dude, what's up with
30.5? What was that?
And then what's up with Nihei always drawing himself as this like roach? What is he?
It's not a roach. It's like an horn, a beetle horn or something.
It's a longhorn beetle, native to Texas. It's actually the state bug of Texas.
Ooh. Cake on the trivia. It's good.
But it's also the only place that the longhorn beetle is naturally occurring. Everywhere else, it is an invasive species.
What has it to do with Nihei? No clue.
Yeah, he just likes him.
I guess.
This is so cool, dude. The council was like, oh my god, Kobayashi's about to go to war with their greater cluster ship. Can't let this happen. Oh, I'll step up and become the leader. And then they all just get wrecked, dude. Dude, Captain Kobayashi is a badass, man.
But who's the good guy? Like in this?
No one.
What do you mean?
Like what is all? Do they have to kill it? Why can't they just run?
Dude, there's not really good and bad guys in Nihei's work. You usually just have entities and sides and characters.
One character can be good or appear to be good.
A vengeance thing for some people? Like, why can't they just leave it alone? Like, is that not possible? You know what I mean?
Dude, I don't know. I really think it does have something to do with Kobayashi just wanting to wipe them out. Like, she doesn't want to deal with them ever again. Maybe it's this like anxiety she gets where if she goes and tries to colonize somewhere and live peacefully, they'll attack and it'll ruin it. Maybe they haven't found the right planet to colonize yet. I don't really know. It was only 100 years ago where they almost lost everybody. And as far as they know, they could be the last humans in the galaxy.
That'd be no good.
Yeah, like they don't really know what happened to the other seed ships. Like opossums. Dude, I fucking love opossums. I wish I could read the whole thing. I don't like waiting as long as I have to do to read more opossums.
Opossums?
Yeah, opossums.
Opossums?
Opossums. It's Nihei's latest work. It's the one he did after
this.
Like the animal?
No.
No. It's just...
It's another manga series he did, Josh. It's currently serializing.
Well, I mean, I'm just wondering how it's spelled.
Oh, APOSIMZ.
Not opossums.
Oh, yeah. We didn't touch on the fact that thing said recognized. Forgetting the name of it. The artificial guard thing. The hybrid. It says his name, Nagate's. And it's like really excited to meet him. It has like a crush on him. Doesn't it?
Tsumugi.
We get a little back and forth.
Yeah, Tsumugi has a giant crush on Nagate.
Nobody that doesn't seem like weird to anyone. Like, does it have like the brain of the chick originally, or does it have a crush on him?
Yeah, it's like a mix of Ghana and the chick. So,
and they say that Tsumugi's voice sounds just like Hoshijiro's. So obviously they're different entities. I would honestly say Tsumugi is more human than the placenta Hoshijiro at this point, because half of its DNA makeup is human DNA.
And it like talks like actually.
Yeah, like I can like talk normally. Yeah, like a person. I'm sure Kunito must have trained it pretty well, because and like Tsumugi must be into Kunito's schemes as well. because this whole mind control transfer thing he says obviously doesn't exist. Like if he was going to prove it, what he would do is tell Tsumugi to basically beforehand what he's going to control her to do, quote, end quote. It'd be fake.
I actually have something to say.
Yeah, and the frickin' humans are like, how do you feel about killing your own kind? And Tsumugi's like, well, I've learned. Yeah, she was like, I've been taught the history of the war between Ghana and humans, and she's obviously siding with the humans, which kind of makes sense. Like, if you're this new being in the universe, obviously history is written by the victors. So Ochai Kunito could have explained it any way he could to try to convince her. But, the humans didn't attack the Ghana first. The Ghanas did attack the humans, and now the humans are almost extinct, and the Ghana are still fucking them up. So, it would make sense for she to choose a side, I guess, to go with the humans if she had more of a caring personality than otherwise. I'll be right back.
No.
Well, as you see, I do have something to say about her, but I'll wait until he gets back. The I can't remember her name right now. Tsumugi. I have something to say about her, but I'll wait until Inseinen gets back.
By the way, why is his scam gone all of a sudden?
What?
Why is his scam gone? The last 2 episodes, he has still a scam on, and now it's just...
He said that the lighting's not very good at the hotel and doesn't feel like getting things up.
Okay.
Huh? What are you guys saying?
We were talking about why you didn't have your cam on.
Cam is gone.
Oh, yeah. I also had to change my avatar, even though I'm the OG Kiri. Everyone knows. And Mars. Mars knew that, and then he chose his avatar anyway.
Okay, I'd like to say something about Tsumugi.
I already had it. No.
Yeah, go. Okay, I'll just mess with you.
So, you know how you said that Tsumugi might be in on Ochiai's plans?
Yeah, I don't know if she's aware of Ochai himself, but she's definitely going along with her daddy, who at this point is Kunito.
Actually, she isn't. He barely told her anything.
He's just uses her.
But eventually she stops listening to him entirely.
Yeah, it seems at this point he's only really told her the history between Ghanas and humans, and that she's been created to help them fight. And
she doesn't actually know about she doesn't know about the other hybrids yet.
She doesn't?
No.
I don't know. Is that revealed later?
No, it's revealed in the next Master Edition, I think. But it's she said when she finds out about it, she gets very angry with him for not telling her why people are so biased against her.
Well, let's save it for then, if it hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I also find...
Yeah, I just figured... sorry.
What I also find funny is that, like, in general, he wanted to give up piloting because Nagate took over the whole his whole role and everything. But now he's taken over, and now he's coming back way stronger, and it's just defeating all this Ghana before Nagate can even go. But themselves, they don't even know, and they don't even think about that. That's kind of funny.
Well, he never officially declared his retirement, so that's why. Okay.
Well, Azana does make a note. It's when they're chilling outside Sidonia, and it's just Azana, Nagate, Kunito, and Tsumugi. And Kunito's talking to them like this old scientist Ochai. And Azana's like, you don't have to be so condescending. You're the same age as us. So she does like make a remark about it, like why, like he's obviously talking to them differently than he used to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When they're in the giant tentacle of, and then she asked Hisano if she wanted to show that one picture of a cat, so she's
Yeah.
off for some reason.
Yeah. And then Kunito's spouting off this stuff about defeating the enemy and like striving for humans, so he's definitely still playing it. I don't really know if he wants one more or the other, because we know he's got that like scientist mentality where it's like, oh, I want to be the ultimate life form. Let's get rid of all humans' weaknesses. Because he's like praising the attributes of the Ghana and the hybrids and basically shits on humans. I think it already happened where I think it was when he gave the nematode to the scientist. He's basically shitting on humans, saying they just like excrete waste and they die after a certain number of years. Like they're weak creatures, like we need to evolve and shit. But now he's all like, oh yeah, we need to save humanity. We need to kill the Ghana. So I don't really know what his game is. Like,
well, it's because Nagate's around him almost entirely now, so he has to watch what he says.
you think it's just a front? What do you think he thinks about the humans? Because I know decisions he makes later on. Maybe we probably shouldn't be talking about it now.
Yeah, too many spoilers.
But at this point,
right.
you can tell that he's very obviously forcing what he says. He's not, oh yeah, I genuinely believe that humans will win this war. It's the humans will win this war.
I mean, you can tell he likes Nagate. Like, I think he just also likes to be entertained. I think he's enjoying himself right now in the spot he's in.
Just to be alive again, in a sense.
Yeah, that's true. Because before he was locked up in that ox brain.
Mm-hmm.
Never seen the light of day.
No, but he didn't came from the ox brain. He came from the laboratory that they went in, and then
the nematode that was used to take over Kanato was actually this is never really explained. It was only explained in an interview. But it was actually hooked up to a special containment unit that the brain got to actively communicate with, essentially. So all of the memories of the auxiliary brain went to that nematode, so that way he could remember everything.
Damn, dude. I wish Nihei would make an art book about every manga he's ever done with a notes section like he did for Blam. Because,
yeah, I don't think this ever could be becoming a thing.
I mean, you never know. It's Nihei.
That'd be super cool, dude, if he made like a second art book. Because, dude, he made his art book in like, 2003? And that's when he put the Blam notes in it. He could do another art book and then with a whole bunch of other notes on his stories.
Well, he recently put out an art book for the new movie of Sidonia, so maybe it's in there.
Yeah, but he's also said that he regrets allowing them to make the movie because apparently they're going to take the original ending and just throw it out the window.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've definitely heard they're changing it. I don't think. Why do you think he regrets it? Obviously, he must have known that information.
Well, I think he thought that they were just going to finish it up like the manga was supposed to. So he allowed them to make it in the first place, and then found out later on and says, "Well, if I cancel it now, people are going to be pissed."
True. I mean, I really don't know. Whenever I've read what Nihei says about its anime adaptations, it seems like he's kind of just happy that they're being animated and that it'll bring more attention to his works. Mm-hmm. Any person in the manga community knows that anime changes some things. So if you're going to, just because the story changes doesn't mean you're not going to read the manga if you're already a manga reader.
Yeah, think about the Blame movie or like the OVA is totally different from the manga itself.
Yeah, there's never been really a true adaptation to any of Nihei's works.
The Fate series. Don't get me started on the Fate series. There is a massive difference between the manga, the light novels, the movies / TV shows, and the games. They are all separate entities.
Just a huge fuckfest for plots, eventually.
Yes.
Can I just make a note that this has been our most efficient episode yet? I think we covered to a good degree literally everything that happened in the Master Edition, like before, like around 40 minutes.
Whoa.
Dead ass. Mm-hmm.
We are learning.
Yeah, it's been good. And Josh still doesn't talk as much, even though he's
Well,
like,
you guys are all
smart head.
fangirling over a bunch of stuff I don't know anything about.
Yeah, read the stuff anymore.
It's okay. I mean, I kind of get Josh's.
It's not fangirling. It's stan-girling.
Whatever the word is.
I'm a total fangirl. I'm a fangirl for Nihei any day. I would dress up in a schoolgirl outfit if it meant he would like autograph some shit for me.
I could. I wouldn't.
Made
Yeah,
outfit.
If I had
Mars.
like an 8-pack, I would totally do the Kill la Kill cosplay.
For Nihei? Why?
Well,
I get why, but yeah.
The Ryoko, the main character.
Yeah, the whole getup.
Or just Sanaka in like an
For the lack of it.
full bodysuit, like skin tight bodysuit.
Dude, Sonicon and the Blam Academy chapters when they show her naked.
Oh boy.
She's one of the only adults too, because he makes most of the other characters teenagers in high school, because like that's like the setting. But Sonicon's the teacher, and yeah, we get to see like a beautiful naked Sonicon in it.
Yep.
I love Sonicon so much. I know you do too, Mars.
Yeah.
Who is like scratching?
Yeah, I don't know. Not me.
What's the crackle anyway?
That's what I was wondering. All right, stopped.
Good.
Someone has ADHD. They're just like moving around.
That would be me.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
But yeah.
Oh yeah. If you guys want really crazy dreams, I didn't read this until last night. Get really high, read Tsutomu Nihei for 3 straight hours, and then just go to sleep. And I had some wild ass dreams last night. Like very like surreal, trippy. Dude, I was like, so we were fighting these monsters. They had like Ghana and placenta characteristics, but they were smaller. And instead of piloting guards, I had like a suit of armor, kind of like a Spartan from Halo and stuff. And it was almost I was in this like Halloween themed town with this massive building with like hundreds of levels. And I'm just going around with my team and we're like, effing stuff up. It's like bloody. There's like weird creatures. There's like some demonic stuff. And dude, there was one point, you like sometimes you have dreams and you wake up, and you think you're up in reality, but you woke up in your dream and it's just a different dream. That happened. And I'm talking to this like weird humanoid creature whose eyes are just like empty. And I don't really know. I'm like, what is the meaning of this? What's the importance of why I'm seeing this right now? And then, I don't know. I forget the rest. It was trippy, dude. I just had trippy dreams last night.
Write them down.
Nah, I don't want to write some of those things down.
I hope you remember them.
Am I the only one here who can continue their dreams?
If I go to sleep,
if I go to sleep immediately, it'll sometimes pick up.
Yeah, if I go to sleep, isn't that crazy? What the fuck is up with that?
I guess it's just a perk of being an insomniac.
Not real.
It might be.
I still remember dreams from years and years ago.
I remember when I was younger, I used to practice lucid dreaming, where you like have
slightly if I just go really fast today.
I haven't done it in years, but I remember when I was younger, I would like high school, middle school-ish. I would like practice. Yeah, I would like practice trying to be cognizant during my dreams and like so I could control them. And then I don't know, I just stopped practicing, or it just didn't really happen ever again, except for like sleep paralysis type scenarios, which is like a whole different other story. Okay, has anyone had that? You guys had sleep paralysis before?
No, but you just reminded me of a joke. There was a guy who was dreaming, and he realized that he was. No. So what he did is he started a lucid dream, and first thing he did was shrink the face of the nearest person to him. So he woke up with sleep paralysis, and he went, God gave me godlike powers. The first thing I did was make a man's face small, so he put me in a 20-minute timeout.
John, I get it. John.
He laughed.
The dog is laughing. The dog thought it was funny. I didn't get it either, Cake.
This sounds like
he started lucid dreaming, but when most people lucid dream, they change their scenarios. Instead of doing that, all he did was shrink the face of the nearest person to him.
Oh, okay.
Why? Well, when I was younger, I was always trying to like have sex as soon as I could.
Of course,
it was weird trying to put a scenario together like that, but I wouldn't have made someone's face small.
Yeah, why?
It's like it's just when you've been corrupted by the internet, like to the point where literally a microwave turning on is funny to you.
I usually try to do something like kind of superhuman, so like everyone tries to fly their first time lucid dreaming, but
yeah, dude, that's true. I did.
Yeah, and then
I never did.
Like some of the other times I've just like one time I was just going through walls. Like that's what I decided to do. I started running through walls. The thing is that they end really fast. I don't know for you, but for me it lasts all of like a minute before I wake up.
Yeah, it's like
as soon as I realize I'm awake, I wake up in like a minute.
It's hard. Yeah, that's why I said I had to like practice when I was younger. Or if you like try to do too much controlling of your surroundings at one time, you'll wake up. Like I noticed I had to like gradually change the setting of the dream and like gradually like whatever I wanted to accomplish, now that I had like power over it, I had to like do it slowly. Because if I did things too drastically or change them too quick, I would just wake up. Did you know what I'm talking about?
I think it's more of like an excitement thing. Like you get too excited trying to do something cool and your heart rate spikes and then you wake up.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Your mind's supposed to wake you up if enough activity is detected, such as like that's why we wake up from nightmares so quickly and in a cold sweat is because our heart rate has elevated and our brain activity is flaring off the charts.
I would always try to do Kamehameha waves too. Because I was a giant Dragon Ball Z fan when I was a kid. Right when I realized I was in a dream, I'd be like, Kamehameha! I'd try to like just make him as big as I could.
But a bit back to Sidonia. I mean, I want to know one scene when some Ghana comes from the ocean, then joins with the giant creature, like the Union ship, and just changes into this battle state or something like that. Like it's different parts is it like spread throughout the universe just to join in and to get even bigger and bigger.
When did that happen?
In the last chapters, I thought.
Yeah, like, chapter 36 is when it happens, but
36. Yeah.
I haven't read that yet. That's in next ones.
Oh, okay. Well, you said 36 I had to read, so yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Well, dude, look, you're like ahead of the game for the first time ever.
Yeah, like my chapter.
But it sounds like you are digging the story a lot more. Are you happy you're like reading it? Because I know you never.
I mean,
it's
fun, but it's nothing like Blame or any other of his stories. Really, those are way more interesting to me. Obviously, if the art
I can dig that. Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, and like I don't know. Sidonia is just mainstream. It's just more mainstream, and Blame is just like more. You get to theorize a lot more throughout it than just to think from what all kinds of creatures are, or the weapons, or the structures, or whatnot. Really, so I don't know. It's like a mindset you get into, really.
Dude, I was thinking about doing this cool video of like where I set up different Nihei characters against each other from different stories, and one of them was going to be the Ganas from Abara versus the hybrid Ganas from Knights of Sidonia. So you basically have, I always forget Abara characters' names. You have the main black Ghana character versus the black movie.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that would be great.
I can't imagine that would go well for either of them.
Yeah. Okay, Cake, you've
No,
read
they get
Abara?
fucked, both of them.
I have not read Abara, but I just
did.
can't imagine going well for either of them.
I think
I mean, it would be a
I
great
think the
battle
black.
if it's in
Yeah, I
Battle
think the
Star.
black Ana would win, even though it's smaller, because the black Ana is just size of a regular human, maybe a little bit bigger, and like the obviously Sumugi's a freaking giant compared to humans. But I think the Ganas from Abara would win. I think they're quicker, and
Well, being the size of a
I
human
think
would give them a very big advantage because against a giant, well, they can cover more area. Oh, Josh is gone.
Yeah, he'll come
Anyway,
back. He'll figure it out.
As I was saying, the Ghana from Knights might have the size advantage. It's just that when trying to hit a smaller target as a larger thing, you notice that you're going to miss a lot more than if you were the same size as it.
Yeah.
But the Black Lagana can go on its body and in its body and just fuck up things in there. Kind of with or Giant Pink Girl going to the Organa. I forget its name.
Dude, the Ganas are so sick in Abara. I really wish he would like write more stuff about things he's already made. Like, I know he knows stuff. Like in his interviews, he like, oh yeah, that's because of this and that. I really wish he would put it on paper more somewhere.
Yeah,
Who would win, the Flood or the Knights of Sidonia Ghana?
Oh, dude, I don't know enough about the Flood. That's like a Josh question.
But here's the thing.
For anyone joining in at this point of the episode, we covered most of the material, so I think we're just bullshitting about our own stuff.
If you actually look it up,
and
it's
there's
a unanimous agreement.
In here, so
there will be.
If you look up the decision between that, it's a unanimous agreement that the Ghana will always win because the Flood thrive off of living things, and the Ghana can separate parts of themselves and also infect the Flood. So
yeah, I think the Ghana would totally win. Dude, the Ghana's like one of the craziest things ever. Plus, we still don't even know, like, is there a home planet? Like, where did they come from? How much of a collective is their race of being of what they are? Like, who knows?
We saw like a conceptual drawing from Nihei in like the 25th chapter or something, that we see someone on a balcony in their own world or something, some kind of.
Well, that's part of the ocarina, because the ocarina was supposed to mimic it was supposed to mimic the colonized ship, so it could understand how humans work. Supposedly, is what they theorized.
I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, the Ghana city, pretty legit.
Yeah.
My favorite one was the gravity core. That looked super cool.
What are you talking about? I missed that.
The Ghana gravity core. I think it was anywhere between chapter 15 and chapter 20.
Oh, that's far back.
Yeah, and it was soon after the ocarina had been named as such.
My favorite's real life, real girl, Miss Hayama.
Miss Hayama. I mean, yeah, that's kind of funny for like in embarrassment. I mean, mine's the captain because, she's cold and hot, so.
Dude, yeah. Captain Kobayashi is cold, cutthroat. She really just wants to kill them all. Yeah. She's probably, dude, she's also been alive so long. She's probably just like, fuck it. She's like, fuck it. I'm going out with a bang. I'm going to leave a legacy. Like, I've already lived so long fighting these creatures. I can't like run away from them now. I'll have nightmares for the rest of my life. Because they do talk about a lot of the mental negative side effects. Oh, Josh is back. They talk about a lot of the negative side effects that can come mentally from living too long. Like even the Immortal Society was like, oh, she's been in the flesh too long. She's starting to have like mental disorders and shit like that.
And then they want to take over because, she would fuck it up at all.
Yeah, we can't really comprehend what someone like Kobayashi's thought process is, having been living for, the better part of a century.
Yeah.
Just imagine a vampire, but the only things they remember are their most embarrassing memories. Like, oh God, I just remembered in the 13th century when the barkeep said, "Enjoy your meal," and I said, "Thee as well."
Like Alucard and Nelson. Or something like that.
Well, dude, and Nihei talks about one of the reasons Kiri's has memory loss is because, humans forget things.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's not really human anymore on this point, obviously, after living so long and remembering just.
Well, I have a Kiri theory video coming up.
Oh,
and yeah, it's dude, it's so tough to like because all the hints and clues are all over the place. Like there's hints and clues from the notes in his art book, from Noise, from Blam, from Blam Gakuen, because Kiri shows up there to like save sixth.
Yeah, and Blame too, yeah. But
yeah,
you
Blam
use the interviews then from my list of sites.
I know, I need to dig through them. I've just been freaking lazy. But no, dude, okay. Does anyone else have any Night Sidonia shit they really want to get out before I go on this rant?
Well, I got recently interview in French in 2018 from a magazine that has a part with Sidonia in it, and like Abra and Blame. It's like 15, 16 pages long. I have it on the Discord. Probably will put it on the Reddit, subreddit soon.
Yeah, do that. I can put shit like that in the comment section of these videos when we talk about it. Or in the description, rather.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So, Mars.
I'll try to get the link.
So, check this out. So, Kiri's a part of the system, right?
Yeah.
That predates the safeguard. And he was human. So, here's what I think happened. A long time ago, around the time they were trying to make the net sphere, because that's when the net sphere first became a thing, and then the cyber criminals came around. Like the cyber criminals are the ones that are becoming Silicon Life. Originally they were just cyber criminals, and that's why they had to make a net terminal gene as like a key that says like, okay, you have access to the net sphere to like keep all these criminals out. Anyway, and then Nihei does mention note like, oh, Kiri was probably like a cop or something. Yeah.
Noise.
Yeah, exactly. Like one of those police officers. So Kiri's a cop, but he's a very important person that can be trusted, and they like download his personality into the system of the world. I'm talking about the system that controls like the gravity and the environment and stuff. That's totally separate from the admin. And then he also talks about Kiri.
In Blame in like 95.
Yeah, exactly. Like maybe he made that to be a prequel, or how he like worded it so it could still be canon to like his story, which is cool. And then, yeah, he's involved with safety. It's like something like safety keys or something. You know what I'm talking about? It's in his notes where it's like, or safety locks. That's what he's like associated with. So an instance of a safety lock would be like, oh, there's a condition in this computer program that's unwanted. The safety lock unleashes, and then Kiri comes out to take care of it, which means that he can be given different missions at different time depending on what the issue is. Like obviously in Blam, he's going around trying to find the net terminal gene, but then we see in Blam 2, he goes and saves eighth generation P cell. So obviously his mission had changed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Also, I think I think there's a shitload of clones, previously made Kiri clones, that he gets downloaded into if his body's ever fully destroyed.
Giant hole.
There's that one scene with his memories when he's like recovering from the level 9, safeguard blast, where it looks like, he's got tubes attached to him and he's looking down at a hand, and then the graviton beam emitter gun that he carries is like right next to it. So that could have been him after previously being destroyed.
He found the guns just later on.
Yeah, like dude, there's a fucking room somewhere.
Way later on.
Yeah, there's a fucking room somewhere in the world where has Kiri clones with graviton beam emitter guns like to facilitate him in whatever mission he needs to go set out to do. It's got his human personality and a digitized mission based on whatever safety lock was, triggered because of a condition that exists in the world. And that's all Kiri is. He's Kiri's original human personality attached to a mission, and he fucking does it. Okay, yeah. This is Fritz. Yeah, this is a bland discussion now. We covered the whole thing in like 45 minutes, and then we just been going off, and I never just get to go off on blam. And Mars is a huge fucking blam head, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like something like Soma, when somebody else's personality is put into a robot and just goes around and just can make endless copies of it. Or maybe escape the clutches of the cult in Noise and then just got his mission, found the gun, and went on. Who knows?
Well, I think so. You know how they were trying to do what's her name from Noise? The female. I forget.
I know Klaus, but I forgot.
Nah, the girl.
Yeah, I know what you mean, though.
Whatever. That's who we're talking about. You know, she gets captured by the safeguard. They try to make her like a safeguard, basically, but she like lets loose.
Yeah.
I think that happened to Kiri because he was in a similar position as her. And then the scenes we see in his memories where it's like the safeguards and they're working together, I think that it worked on him. He was controlled. He got brainwashed. He worked as a safeguard for a while. Eventually he got killed, and then a safety lock was still triggered. So it put his original human personality into one of the clones that were made. And then that's why he doesn't fucking remember any of his safeguard history, but Sonicon does.
Yeah, like he was.
Musubi. Thanks, Fritz. Musubi Susanoo. That's her name. Yeah, Mars.
Yeah, like what do I want to say? Like he was.
You know what I'm saying? Because Sonicon definitely remembered him.
Sonicon. Yeah. Sonicon. Sonicon said that his his partnership would be revoked because he stole a body that wasn't his. So it could be.
Here's connecting those dots. So obviously Kiri's current body, let's say his current body came from one of those clones, right? But he's still a cyborg. We know that Kiri predates the safeguard. Okay. And the way it's kind of worded is almost like a prototype for them. So I think when they downloaded his personality into the system, because it was a personality they could trust to take care of business in the future, they made cyborg clones of himself with technology that was used to make the frickin' safeguards later on. And that's why his body's compatible with safeguard technology. And that's why when Sonicon shoots him with that needle, it like re-updates his systems, because the systems that are in that body were like, that's what the safeguards were based off of originally. So it's like compatible because he gets re-registered, then they obviously revoke him. And you see, dude, his body obviously has some not safeguard shit because he's pre-safeguard. They're just similar. Yeah. When he enters Toa Heavy Industries and the contract's broken by the central AI, you see this shit happen with his body. It's only in one panel, but like electricity's going off all over him. Like almost like his internal circuitry got reawakened because it's now allowed. So that could be the connection between Kiri and the safeguards. My thoughts are all over the fucking place. That's why making this video is going to be a giant pain in the ass. Because I want to explain it well, but I mean, they're pretty good.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, it's his first and his best work is still good to up to this day. We should really make a whole podcast for like 6-7 episodes for like Blame and Noise all together.
I do. I'm totally game. We need to. We'll get some more of the Blam heads in on it. I could talk about Blam so long, dude.
Same.
I could probably rant on like this about some Sidonia theories in our last episode when we have all the information, but definitely not as much. Yeah. But all right, we're about at our limit mark. Sorry, Josh and Cake. We just went off on a Blam head shit.
Blame talk all the way.
Yeah. I've been on the road for my company, man. I'm not around any friends. I don't get to talk to people all the time. So this is nice.
Nice.
But all right. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Anyone else have anything? Any last words?
Smash the like button.
Oh yeah, press
Yeah,
the like
press
button.
and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, comment, join the chat next time.
Join
Yeah.
or die.
I know, like, I've heard people say, like, oh, all you do is Nihei stuff, or what is this, a Blam channel? And I'm just like,
Who says that? There's nobody talking.
no, I get some people say it. Some people on
Like,
Reddit or the comments or whatever. But
Yeah,
I just love Nihei shit.
that's true.
All right, guys. We'll see you next Saturday for going over Master Edition 4. I think that goes to chapter, I don't know. It's so far away from me. It's probably 11 or 12 chapters from now. It's probably chapter 36 to 47 or 48. That's what I'm guessing. So
Okay.
if you're following along, read along, prepare for it, and we'll see you next week. Stay tall, heavy, tough,
bye.
motherfuckers. Peace.
Bye.
Is that your outro?
Yeah.